9. Joanne Hunter. While working as a guard at a British prison in Salford, England, Joanne Hunter began an illicit relationship with an inmate named Connor Willis. During that time, she smuggled marijuana and other items into the prison for Willis. And she also sent him intimate photos. Hunter took the job in 2018. She got involved in a relationship with Willis the following year, despite initially thinking of him as arrogant. In 2020, Hunter fell under suspicion for sneaking packages into the workplace. When questioned by her superiors, she admitted to the inappropriate relationship with Willis. According to Hunter, she picked the packages up from a woman at a local Tesco store and then passed them off to a prisoner known for being a big player in organized crime. Willis offered to pay Hunter several $100s for transporting each package, but she reportedly did it for free. She also insisted to her higher-ups that the relationship between her and Willis never went past kissing. Hunter pleaded guilty to conspiracy to commit misconduct in public office and bringing marijuana into the prison. She denied smuggling a cell phone into the prison. Her defense attorney depicted her as a naive, impressionable young woman who was an easy target to a seasoned criminal looking to manipulate a guard. But the claims failed to garner the kind of sympathy from the judge that the defense was looking for, and Hunter was sentenced to 3 years in prison. 8. Jade Sasha Jenss. Just days into the 2021 new year, the lifeless body of 64-year-old Thomas Merriman was found beneath a pile of trash in the driveway of his home in Encinitas, California. He had allegedly been strangled, suffocated, and drugged with prescription pills 3 days earlier on New Year's Eve. Investigators accused Merriman's stepdaughter, Jade Sasha Jenss, of killing him after discovering hundreds of explicit photos of herself on his computer. The images had been taken consensually years earlier for the young woman's ex-boyfriend, but they were never meant to fall into her stepfather's hands. According to prosecutors, Jenss worked with several co-conspirators to plot Merriman's murder and make it look like an overdose. Her defense attorney argued in court that Merriman died from poor health and a drug overdose, and that there was no evidence to suggest that he was strangled. Evidence showed that Jenss had communicated with at least one person about the crime, which a jury found her guilty of in early 2023. She continues to maintain her innocence from behind bars while serving a sentence of 25 years to life, and her attorney has made it clear that she plans to appeal her conviction. 7. Stephen Nolan and Stephen Bear. In August 2023, media outlets reported allegations that BBC presenter Stephen Nolan had sent an explicit photograph of reality TV star Stephen Bear to several people back in 2016. At the time, Bear had recently won on the show Celebrity Big Brother. Nolan accompanied the photo with a message about how he wanted to book Bear for his talk show, Nolan Live. In a second message, he allegedly wrote, "If I don't get Bear tomorrow night, I'm sending more photos." News of the incident came on the heels of Bear's imprisonment for voyeurism and 2 counts of disclosing private photographs with the intent to cause distress. Earlier in the year, he was sentenced to 21 months behind bars for sharing a video of himself being intimate with his ex-girlfriend, Georgia Harrison. According to the media, Harrison had no idea that the encounter was being filmed. When she found out, she was upset. She made Bear promise not to show it to anyone. But he made thousands of dollars selling it on OnlyFans. During Nolan's radio show the day after the allegations regarding the photo of Bear surfaced, Nolan declined to go into detail about the incident, citing an ongoing investigation. He did apologize for his role in the situation, which was reportedly handled internally. 6. Caitlyn Cannon. Back during her teen years, a young woman from Ocean County, New Jersey, named Caitlyn Cannon, texted a collection of intimate photos of herself to her boyfriend at the time. Shortly after she sent the pictures, her boyfriend's phone was stolen. Years later, in 2018, Cannon's former high school math teacher, Christopher Doyle, allegedly posted over a dozen of the pictures online. Cannon learned about the photos via an alarming text message from a friend. It remains unclear how Doyle acquired the images, but Cannon has said that she believes her former boyfriend was being honest about his phone being stolen. According to a lawsuit Cannon filed against Doyle, the website that the photos appeared on is dedicated to sharing explicit images of unsuspecting women and contains a database that's searchable by town. The pictures were captioned with Cannon's first name and last initial. The young woman's attorneys traced the images to Doyle through subpoenas regarding the location and name of the account holder who posted them. They requested the removal of the photos and the IP address of the person who uploaded them to the site. Based on that information, they were able to reasonably conclude who was responsible. Doyle denied having any involvement with the photos throughout the court proceedings, but the judge ruled in Cannon's favor and awarded her a $10,000 settlement. By the time news of the lawsuit broke in 2023, Doyle had resigned from the school district in New Jersey where he used to teach. Cannon's attorneys believe that he's gone on to teach for another district elsewhere in the state. According to one of the young woman's lawyers, Cannon became a social worker and made it her life's work to help others who've been impacted by non-consensual sharing of their private photos. 5. Rodrigo Fernandez Jr. An employee with the San Antonio Independent School District in Texas was faced with a hard choice in 2023 after her ex-boyfriend allegedly sent her intimate photos to school officials. Quit or get fired. According to the victim, it all began when she received a text message from the ex-boyfriend, 43-year-old Rodrigo Fernandez Jr., containing a screenshot of racy photos he was threatening to send as revenge for ending the relationship. 3 days later, the victim was called down to the Human Resources office at her job. An email containing the compromising photos had been sent to school officials. The ultimatum to either resign or be terminated was put forth, and the woman decided to quit her job. She then went to the police and filed a complaint against Fernandez. The victim told law enforcement that the photos were meant for her ex's eyes only, and that she never gave him permission to send them to anyone else. Investigators reportedly connected the email address that sent the photos to Fernandez via his billing address and credit card information. He was arrested on suspicion of publishing or threatening to publish intimate visual materials. According to records, he was released on a $10,000 bond and ordered to have no contact with his ex-girlfriend. 4. Luke Waskey. As a woman lay in a hospital bed in Jacksonville, Florida in April 2023, her Apple Watch alerted her that 3 intimate photos and a video had been sent from her iPhone to another device. She accused a nurse, 33-year-old Luke Waskey, of leaving the room with her phone in his hand. Later that day, authorities charged Waskey with video voyeurism and cyber harassing another person. The patient told police that she had asked Waskey to use her phone to call someone and let them know that she was okay. She claimed that she unlocked the phone and handed it to the nurse, who then allegedly left the room with it. According to an arrest report, the patient yelled, "He has my phone," at some point, after becoming uncomfortable with the situation. The document further stated that the nurse returned to the room with blankets and claimed that he did not have the woman's phone, which the patient spotted in the stack of blankets that Waskey had carried in. After retrieving her phone, the woman found the sent photos and video in her recently deleted text folder. Surveillance footage appeared to capture Waskey leaving the woman's hospital room and entering a bathroom before grabbing the blankets from a nurse's station. He then returned to the patient's room. Waskey had recently been hired at the hospital where he was working when the incident occurred, and he was fired after the incident involving the patient's photos, in addition to being arrested, with the expectation that the agency will pass the information on to the state nursing board. 3. Mariah Celis. What began as a fundraiser for a good cause ended in an abrupt shutdown for OnlyFans model Mariah Celis, who offered to donate the proceeds of her intimate photo sales to a relief fund following the devastating wildfire in Maui during the summer of 2023. Going by the social media handle Lava Girl, the brunette bombshell was offering to send intimate photos to anyone who gave $10 to wildlife victims. Celis raised the money through GoFundMe, and the campaign was going well. In just a few days, it raked in over $7,400. But GoFundMe was less than enthused about the effort due to some alleged violations on the platform's terms of service. A company spokesperson told TMZ that all of the donors were refunded, which meant that they got the model's intimate photos for free. After having her campaign deplatformed, Celis took her fundraising efforts to OnlyFans. The GoFundMe representative who spoke with TMZ recommended that anyone looking to help Maui wildfire victims through the platform go through a different fundraiser, minus any that come with offers of explicit photos. 2. Mohammed Hussein. Between 2017 and 2020, a landlord from Canton, Michigan named Mohammed Hussein allegedly harassed female tenants in multiple ways. In addition to soliciting favors in exchange for housing, Hussein is accused of offering to pay tenants' utility bills in exchange for intimate photos and sending explicit photos of himself to people who did not want to receive that kind of material. According to a federal lawsuit that was filed in early 2023, many of the alleged crimes occurred during the early stages of the COVID-19 pandemic, when Michigan went into a lockdown along with the rest of the United States. Given the circumstances at the time, it was especially difficult to secure housing in the state. More specifically, the lawsuit accuses Hussein of making unwanted comments, sending explicit images of himself to tenants, demanding certain acts and images from victims who were looking to rent from him, and offering certain benefits in exchange for favors and photos, including lowering their rent and charging a lower security deposit. According to the lawsuit, Hussein text messaged one woman after showing her a home and said that he had other prospective tenants who were interested in renting the same unit, but that he was trying to work with her. In one message, he allegedly wrote, "You take care of me, I take care of you." He's also accused of making other suggestive advances, which the woman responded to by telling Hussein that he was violating her fair housing rights. Federal prosecutors claim that Hussein then refused to proceed with the woman's housing application unless she paid more or conceded to his demands. Another woman said that she ended up blocking Hussein after he sent explicit photos that she did not ask for and routinely pressured her for certain favors. The same woman accused Hussein of contacting her from a different number about a year later. She didn't realize it was him, and she happened to be looking for a place to live at the time. So when she received an offer to tour a home that was available, she thought nothing of it. When she arrived at the address, she recognized Hussein from their previous encounter. Needless to say, when the landlord allegedly propositioned her yet again, she distanced herself from the situation. Prosecutors claim that these incidents reflect a broader pattern of harassment by Hussein, which has left multiple women feeling scared and harassed. When news of the lawsuit broke, the U.S. Justice Department was encouraging any additional victims to come forward with information about their experience. The case appears to be ongoing, and the outcome remains to be seen. 1. Illinois man blackmailed. In early 2023, a 64-year-old man went to the police in Brookfield, Illinois, and complained that he was being blackmailed over some intimate photos he had previously sent to someone on WhatsApp. He explained that he thought he was sending the images to a woman who was genuinely interested in him, but the next morning, he received a demand for money. In the message, the other party threatened to send the man's explicit photos to his employer, family, and friends if he did not comply with the demand for cash. Terrified by the thought of people in his life seeing the images, the man sent the blackmailer $150 in Visa gift cards. But the culprit was unsatisfied and continued demanding more money in exchange for not having the photos sent out to people they weren't meant for. The victim deleted WhatsApp from his phone, but he said he continued to receive messages from someone claiming to be an FBI agent. The messages contained demands for money. When the man made his complaint, the police informed him that the FBI would not solicit money from a member of the public, especially for blackmail purposes, and especially not in the form of gift cards. Authorities made multiple attempts to contact the other party involved in the situation, but were unable to get through. It's probably safe to assume that the blackmailer is a scammer from far away. But as this unfortunate victim has learned, the internet has made the world a lot smaller. Thanks for watching. Would you rather lose a job over some compromising material that a blackmailer leaked online? Stumble upon some compromising material while browsing the web? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe. See you soon. Bye.